Assalamu alaikum. This is Zaiba with Mommy One Muslim. And this is a very special chat today because tomorrow is Ramadan. So Ramadan Mubarak, everybody. I am here today with my Z3 and my Z4. And are getting ready for Ramadan today. And because I am not crafty at all, I am excited to introduce one of my dear friends, Miss Solat Zaidi, who is joining us at Mommy Wal Muslim as our lifestyle guru extraordinaire. And as you can see with her backdrop versus my own backdrop, that she is already ready to go. So let's take a moment and welcome Solat Zaidi. Assalamu alaikum.
Zaiba, thank you so much for having me on. I'm like super excited. Ramadan's my favorite time of year, and I try and try my best to make it as festive as possible for the kids, especially right now with COVID. Essentially we have tons of time in our hands, but being a working mom, it's hard to fit everything in. So it's like this balance of trying to decorate the house and be festive and try and keep up with life. So I'm really excited to be on and be able to do some arts and crafts with you guys.
So can you introduce this beautiful young lady to your, I think it's to your right.
Okay, this is Maria, and this is my youngest daughter, and she is definitely the most craftiest out of all my children, and she's helped me with putting up all the decorations. We tend to make a lot of stuff together. So Maria, you can talk about yourself.
I don't know.
You have to be shy.
I like crafting.
What are you the most excited about Ramadan? What are you most excited about?
Decorating, because it's really fun.
Yes.
Because we make a lot of stuff, and yeah.
And eating.
Oh yeah, and there's really good food.
Yeah, Maria's
well, that's a fun. So
try her. Go. Sorry.
So I'm sorry. We're gonna have an echo.
So I'm sorry.
And
We're
gonna
gonna have an echo, and we're gonna have a slight delay.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, Maria's gonna try and keep some of the rosé and stuff. So we're trying to, keep her as distracted as possible. We have been busy making decorations. We started making some of our favorite iftar food. Maria, what's your favorite iftar food?
Egg rolls.
Egg rolls. Okay. So, Maria's favorite recipe is egg rolls. So we've been making a lot of them. Zaiba, what's your favorite Ramadan food?
So same thing. So like my mom only makes samosa, or she only used to make samosa during Ramadan. So it's one of those super special things. But Zan wants to say pizza, but I think his answer is going to be pizza for everything because that's his favorite food. But yeah, we pretty much go to our normal dinner, right? During our normal diet during Ramadan, maybe with a couple of treats here and there. Is that fair to say?
That's accurate. Yeah.
That's pretty accurate. What are you guys excited about Ramadan? Everything? The food. Yes, food. His answer is going to be food for pretty much everything. So the beauty is at Mommy Wal Muslim, everybody knows at this point that I am not crafty. I am not the, mom extraordinaire in the sense that I don't enjoy cooking from the grocery shop. Everybody knows this. So I'm so excited that you have now taken on this role and taken this. We're going to take us to a different level at Mommy Wal Muslim. So you're going to be sharing some of your recipes, I know, in our group. So please look forward to that. And honestly, I have tasted her food, ladies and gentlemen, and it is so delicious. So I'm excited about sharing that with our audience. And thank you so much for joining us. And what are we going to make? Because quite frankly, I'm behind the times and I have not decorated at all. So what are we making today, Maria and Solat?
Okay, so not just me, you too, Zaiba. We're both going to be making.
Yes, I'm doing it. I'm doing it.
I'm ready to go. Sadka jars, or you can use them as lanterns, whatever you want to do. Maria and I, we're going to get these mason jars. We have a couple of goodies here. We have some stickers we can use. We have a stencil. we have like glitter glue and tissue paper. And what we're planning to do is to decorate these jars in any way how. I also have washi tape and this is Mod Podge, which is like a clear glue, but this has got like a slight shine to it. What we're going to do is get these jars and decorate them in things that maybe remind us of Ramadan or Eid or something that we like. What I've also seen people do is getting their favorite pictures or photographs of their family and sticking them inside and then painting around it. So it's just more of a sentimental thing as well. So yeah, Marty and I will be decorating and making Ramadan themed lanterns. Do you have anything else that you wanted to add to it?
Nope, you got it all.
So, you know, mason jars are my favorite thing. You can do so many things with them. Hopefully, you know, further down the line, I can show you how to like paint with them using alcohol ink, and it's like kind of like tie-dyeing on glass. But for today, to get us into the Ramadan spirit, we're going to be making Ramadan lanterns. So, Zaiba, did you have anything to add?
So a lot of Ramadan lanterns. So why is that now synonymous with like the bringing in of Ramadan and Eid? Do you know the history about that at all?
So originally, I think it came from Egypt, and I think 969, there was a famous Khalifa that was coming home, and to welcome him, the people made all these lanterns for him, and that basically set it off more in the Muslim world. Also, I think with lanterns, because of the huge influence from India for a lot of the Pakistani people, because lanterns and divas and small little lights are so big within India, I think that's also played a part in making lanterns more mainstream within the Muslim community. And besides, they look beautiful.
I love that because I love that because lighting the way.
Exactly. And the thing is, it's not like with lanterns, it's not something expensive. A lot of the lanterns that I've seen in South Asia or the Middle East, some of them are just like clay with little lanterns with little candles on top. So we don't have real candles. We're going to be using, oh, that one doesn't work, but we're going to be using these small little plastic battery candles today that we can put inside to kind of give us the feel that we have a real flame in here. Do you have your little lamps ready?
That's awesome.
Zaiba?
Okay. Yeah, we are ready to go. I mean, they're too excited over here. So we have our tissue paper, we have our mason jars, we have our glue, our foam brushes. The glue has a little bit of water. I read to make the glue a little bit more fluid, to add a little bit of water. We don't have pictures, but I think that that's a great idea. If you wanted to print out pictures and put them in, you can personalize these. There's so many different things that you can use. Right now, today, we're just going to make a decoupage tissue paper Ramadan lantern. And quite frankly, you can we'll show you the finished product. And we'll just keep chit-chatting while we're doing this, and you can kind of see what we're doing. And so I wanted to take this moment right now to kind of talk with you a little bit. And can you, since this is our first time our audience is being introduced to you, do you want to tell us a little bit about yourself and your family and your journey to the States and becoming an American Muslim?
Yes. So I grew up in England. I grew up in a very heavily populated Muslim area. What ends up happening is when you are, in a very predominantly Muslim area, I think you don't have to make that much of an effort to be Muslim and remember Eid. I literally would walk out. I mean, actually, I could look out my bedroom window at the masjid, and the mosque was next door to my bedroom, and I could see on Eid day people coming out the mosque and hugging each other and saying Eid Mubarak. They also we lived so close to the mosque that I could hear the azan. So it was really, I never had to be reminded that it was Eid. That was Eid or Ramadan. I mean, it it's good, and it was good in the fact that when you would go down the street, because there's so many Muslim people, you really couldn't, like, if you weren't fasting and you were having an off day, you would feel really bad because
You couldn't
everyone
hide,
around you would be
you couldn't hide.
Sorry, what did you say, Zaiba?
You couldn't hide the fact if you were kind of surrounded by Muslim people, they were kind of, everyone's a little bit in your business, it sounds like.
Oh, 100%. You know, it was, I lived in, you know, like little Pakistan or little India. So it was more, it was very much
so
like,
funny.
you know, Jackson Heights in New York. So, you know, Chicago, they have an area like that too, right?
My Devon Street.
And so, you know, you really had to kind of, you know, again, you know, the good thing was when it'd be iftar time in the evening when you would be opening your fast after sunset, because we had so many Muslim people that lived around us, people would often knock on the door and drop us off food, and we would do the same thing. So it would be really nice because we had people from all different cultures and nationalities who would drop off food, and it was like one of those things that I remember about Ramadan is the delicious food that we would all have together. So, and then likewise, my parents would make sure that, you know, we made plates and give them out to people every day. So, and when it was Ramadan, we had, you know, apart from the masjid next door to our house, in England, there's a really famous mosque called Regent Street Mosque, and it's in this big park called Regent's Park. Have you heard of like Hyde Park? Zaiba, did you visit it all when you went to England?
Yeah, we actually went to that mosque when we were in London. We did Jummah there.
You did?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay, excellent. So imagine Eid Namaz there. It
I
was, you know, it was
you were suggesting. I definitely appreciate that.
Yeah, I mean, and it's so much fun, and not only to you know, the build up of you know, Ramadan and, you know, the food that we would have in the house, but also when it be like iftar time, the stores would have a Ramadan special, like for £8, which is like roughly like $12. You would get a whole assortment of food that you wouldn't even have to cook. So things, being Muslim in England and, you know, and celebrating Ramadan and opening your fast and stuff was extremely easy. So, I mean, was
So
it
how do
similar
you
for you?
find the difference between, so my question to you right now, because it sounds like you had a very similar like I had a pretty established community as well in Chicago, and I'm just kind of figuring out my community here in the DMV area, which by the way, now you're a part of. So I definitely appreciate that. What are some of the things that you miss about that for your kids specifically that you wish that they had?
No COVID.
No
No
COVID.
COVID.
My son wants to say no COVID. We'll talk about in a little bit.
Actually, before I hang up, I actually want to talk to Zaid about Ramadan pizzas.
Sure. Zaid, Auntie Solat wants to talk to you about something.
Yo.
Say Assalamu alaikum.
Yo.
Okay, you said your favorite food was Ramadan. It was pizza. So, you know, one year what we did, because my son said the same thing, we got little moon and star cutters and we cut all the toppings up in like Ramadan themed shapes, and then we stuck it on a pizza. How does that sound? So it's still like pizza, but it's like Ramadan.
That sounds really good.
Do
you want to try that?
Yeah. It sounds good.
Okay.
Yes.
So, Zaiba, your question was, what do I miss for my kids?
Yes.
As I said, like what I was beginning to say was the being a Muslim and being proud and understanding its mainstream. Maria, do you remember when you were probably like 6 years old and you were kind of like shy about, you know, I don't remember exactly the conversation. You said no one knew what Muslim people were. Do you remember that?
Not really, because I was 6. And that was 5 years ago.
So Maria wasn't okay. So because at that time there were, as far as even libraries go, there wasn't that much literature available.
Oh, I
So
remember this conversation.
So what we ended up doing, I think it was actually not 5 years ago, but
this was recent.
it was quite recent. What I and I want Maria to be proud, right? So what I ended up doing is that Henna Khan has the most amazing set of books, especially Curious George, and Ramadan. I went and purchased a whole set of books and donated them to our local library. And
My school's like
yeah, your school library.
Think
And
it's-
Maria,
For your local-
I'm sorry. Oh, okay. I wanted Maria to feel that proud feeling that I used to have. But also, I think the biggest difference is, like, growing up in England, we were taught religious education. By the time I was 14 years old, I had been to a church, a synagogue, a mosque, a temple, a Buddhist temple, and I knew all the differences. And when it would be Ramadan or Diwali or we would have those hot days off for religious reasons. So everyone got to enjoy the holiday together. So that's what I really,
Yes.
miss. I want for
Yes.
my kids. What about you, Zaiba?
So, I obviously everybody knows at this point that I grew up in Chicago, and my parents and my family were one of the founding families for a couple of the masjids there. So we just had a really huge community, a very established Sunday school. Not that you're trying to compare, but it for me in celebrating Eid, it is a little bit sad because we don't have that here. Obviously, we're making the best out of our situation and making it a point to connect with other Muslim families. And so I think maybe we're going to start our own traditions, but it is a little bit difficult during the school year, as you know, because you have older kids as well. Right now, we're in the COVID, so all of us are going to be doing a quarantined Ramadan, and it's going to be a little bit different. So I know trying to make it fun and festive for our families is pretty much going to be the name of the game. Do you have any suggestions? I know we're making these beautiful lanterns. My two have decorated theirs and put the little tea lights in there, so they're glittering. One of them put their name on it, but they want to skedaddle and go play. So they're going to head out, and it's just going to be the ladies left. But do you have any suggestions for fun activities that our families can do to, one, keep them busy during Ramadan, and two, kind of create that fun, festive atmosphere that we normally have?
Okay, so one of the things is making our own traditions, right? And one thing my eldest son, he's at university, and especially when he was around decorating, when he was growing up, decorating, and these, some of these Pinteresty kind of things that come up and all these cool ideas weren't there. So what we did is make our own traditions. So, Maria, what's one of our traditions we do? What are the bags?
We always, a tradition is we always have an Eid calendar.
Okay.
Like a homemade one.
Yep. And what else do we do? Instead, my kids would complain about how it wasn't fair that they didn't have Christmas stockings and how they didn't get presents. So what did we do instead?
So right now we have an Eid tree, and we have
And we make the bags, right?
Yeah, we're kind of done.
So we usually, what we do, the first thing we started doing was to make Eid bags. What we would do is get those tote bags that you get from Joann's, get like fabric markers and a bunch of, anything that you could stick to a fabric bag. And we would each take another person and make the bag for them. And then on the day of Eid morning, if the kids were good, of course. Okay, and Maria's always good, right? Yeah. They would get their Ramadan gifts in those bags. So that was one way. The other way is that we start to decorate the house, which is, I think it definitely helps to get people in the Ramadan mood. And then the other thing is, which one would you like, Maria?
Black one.
The black one? Okay. But, by the way, sorry, I'm being secretly talking, but this is where I'm at right now. I had a stencil and I've been sticking tissues in there. Can you see it, Zaiba?
I love
So we're still working on that. But so basically, the other thing that we started doing is, as the kids got older, is they love to eat. So every year there's a set of food which includes egg rolls, chicken sticks. See, Marty, I thought that was your favorite, not the egg rolls.
Egg rolls, I used to like chicken sticks a lot, but egg rolls are leaning on me.
Okay, they're leaning on you. So we have a bunch of Ramadan food that my kids, when they think of Ramadan, they look forward to eating is, egg rolls, samosas, these chicken sticks, which, hopefully I'll be sharing the recipe for them because I think everyone would love them. They're not spicy and they're really easy to eat. They're like little chicken nuggets on sticks. And we make fruit, instead of making the fruit chaat, which, a lot of us like, but a lot of us don't like because of the chaat masala and stuff. We end up making fruit kebabs. And when we make the fruit kebabs, we get again, we have a set of cutters that we use, a moon and a star and a mustard shape. And we make kebabs and stick them on sticks. And then they can just use, they can dip them into sweet yogurt or some sort of sweet, sauce that we make with it. Or most of the time we just do it plain. We'll just have some grapes and some pineapple and some watermelon. So basically, getting people, getting the kids in the mood by decorating the house before Ramadan starts and while Ramadan is going on, making their favorite food. And, also try, I know we've talked about presents and stuff, but also emphasizing the importance of what Ramadan stands for. And, going through those lessons every day and choosing a charity or something, or, some area that we can donate towards. And I let the kids decide on, what we should do to help others. What about you, Zaiba?
So the beauty is you can make one of these lanterns into a sadaqah jar and put some of your, allowance or whatever. That's what we're going to do. But okay, can I ask you a quick question? Do you put the tissue on the inside or the outside?
The outside.
I think I'm doing it in the inside. That's just because I'm extra. But, Maria's literally, she has glitter glue on the outside and she's been stamping away. But it's up to you.
Yeah, we're done.
Yeah,
So
when we post DIY, we're gonna have the links to all of the supplies in there, so it'll be easy for people to point and click and put it in your Target basket, because we're grateful to say that Target is one of Mommy Wellness Slum's affiliates. Sorry for the background. My boys are literally rolling on the floor on top of each other right now. So that's how much they enjoy arts and crafts and why we're not arts and craftsy. But in the meantime, I just wanted to say thank you so much, Solat. I'm so looking forward to looking for your recipes online and other crafts that we're going to be doing together and posting in our group. If there's any questions that our audience members have for Ms. Solat, she pretty much can do it all. She's my go-to person when I need something. I actually have to show you this pillow she made for me. Let me go grab it. Hey, Zaid, could you grab me the pillow right over there?
Oh, Zaiba, I also made a matching pillow. Do you want me to show the tree?
Do you see what it says?
This is
my baby Yoda, because everything says, "May the Lord be with you." How cute is that? And what a great way to welcome Ramadan. And Mario, thank you so much for joining us today. I know you guys are crazy busy with your distance learning. And I definitely appreciate you coming on, and hopefully we'll see you guys in 2 weeks. Our goal is to kind of have Solat come on and give us a little piece of her wisdom every couple of weeks. She'll join me on Chai Chat. So look forward to that. And in the meantime, may everybody have a blessed Ramadan. And we're looking forward to the spiritual journey with everybody together. Inshallah. Assalamu alaikum.
Thank you. So this is what our thing looks like. And you know, Zaiba, thanks for
Final
having me
product.
on. Zaiba's yours.
Final product.
And
This is hands.
if you guys have any questions,
We're going to be posting the links in our
We're going to be
group
posting the links
later
in our
on with the full instructions. And apparently I did it wrong because you are supposed to put it on the inside of the jar. So I apologize for that. And that's why I don't do crafty things.
Thanks.
hey, Zaiba, can I just quickly share the another lantern that I made? Because we were talking about decorations earlier, Ramadan decorations.
Yes, please do. I'm sorry.
Yes, please do. I'm sorry.
Oh, it's okay. Hold on 1 second. Give me
She's
one
going to
second,
show
Maria.
us. She's going to show us. Everybody. Put us all to shame.
Let's see, sort this out.
Hit this button.
I love it.
That button.
I love
No,
that.
the screen's on the camera.
Hold on 1 second. As I don't really use my child's iPad that much, so.
Yeah,
Your thumb.
Okay, so this is another version of a lantern, and basically it's the same thing that we're doing right now. So I just wanted to like point this out. So again, we just put the glue in the inside, and you know we could just stick the those string lights in, and then again this is just a image that was cut using it was like a little die cut that you put paper in it and kind of smash it really hot. If I have a machine to do it, but anyone can do this. So I just wanted to kind of like point that out.
It's beautiful. I love the fairy lights in there. Let's see your tree. I guess this is the Ramadan tree that Maria was alluding to earlier today. So it's in the shape of a crescent. And for our audience members that wanted to get something like this, do you remember where you got this from?
There was this lady out in Michigan that was making these. I will send you the link. She was the one. It was like a mom who started. There's like 2 different sizes. This is the 6-foot one, and there's one smaller than this.
Oh, that's so pretty. It's definitely a good alternative for people that want to decorate and make Ramadan and Eid a little bit more festive. And perhaps this year, since we can't really go to the masjid, that's a good alternative for all of us. So we will share the links to the decoupage Ramadan lanterns and the links to the Eid tree and whatever Solat feels that we need to do. Because I think we made another paper lantern earlier. There's so many different things that we can do and you can do with your kids. It's a good replacement for arts and crafts since they're obviously not getting art class right now. And it keeps them busy. And as long as you're like me, like please protect your area so you don't get messy, because that's my big OCD thing. I hate the crafts because I think it makes a mess. But do you have any other advice for us, Maria, before we sign off today?
Mari, did you want to tell them how we did the windows? That was really easy to do, right?
We just had like stencils and we had chalk markers and we just filled in the stencils on the window.
So yeah.
Oh, that's very good idea.
You just get, a blue mask, the masking tape. You tape it on your windows, and then you get, that washable paint, the Crayola washable paint.
Yes.
Yes. And that's the colors that we've used, and like the triangles and everything.
That's so pretty. I love it.
Yeah. So, I just wanted to point that out for like, especially Well, again, Zaiba, thanks for, having me on. And, okay, I'm going to go this way. And I look forward to speaking to you again.
Inshallah. Ramadan Mubarak, everybody. And until next time, please accept all of our fasts and make it easy for us. Inshallah, we'll get through all of this together. Assalamu alaikum.